बापाच्या मदतीला लेक धावून आली असं काहीसं लोकसभेत पाहायला मिळालं. शरद पवारांचा यू-टर्न हा मुद्दा राज्यसभेत बराच गाजला. पंतप्रधान मोदींनी शरद पवारांवर टीका करत म्हटलं होतं की कृषी कायद्यांमधील सुधारणांबाबत शरद पवारांसह काँग्रेस नेत्यांनी भाष्य केलं. कृषी कायद्याला पाठिंबा देणाऱ्यांनी अचानक यू-टर्न घेतला. त्यानंतर पुन्हा शरद पवारांचा उल्लेख करत मोदींनी भाष्य केलं होतं. त्याला शरद पवारांच्या कन्या खासदार सुप्रिया सुळेंनी लोकसभेत सडेतोड उत्तर दिलं. आपल्या भाषणात बोलताना त्यांनी भाऊ अजित पवारांचं कौतुक केलं, तर वडील शरद पवारांची पाठराखण करत मोदींवर जोरदार टीका केली. खासदार सुप्रिया सुळे म्हणाल्या की मोदींनी यू-टर्न हा शब्द वापरला, त्यामुळे या सरकारने घेतलेल्या यू-टर्न बद्दल सांगायचं आहे. मनमोहन सिंग सरकारने जीएसटी आणलं होतं तेव्हा गुजरातच्या मुख्यमंत्र्यांनी याला विरोध केला होता. आम्ही आरटीआय, अन्न सुरक्षा, शिक्षण हक्क, आधार, मनरेगा अशी अनेक विधेयकं आणली. बदल झाला पाहिजे यावर आमचा विश्वास आहे. जेव्हा ही विधेयकं आणण्यात आली तेव्हा सर्वांशी चर्चा करून त्यांचं मत मागूनच कायदे करण्यात आले. मनरेगामुळे कोरोना संकटात नोकरी गेलेल्यांना रोजगार मिळाला. आधारलाही विरोध करण्यात आला होता आणि आज ते जीएसटी, मनरेगा, आधारवरून आपली पाठ थोपटत आहेत. आता हा नेमका कोणता टर्न आहे मला माहित नाही, अशी टीका सुप्रिया सुळेंनी मोदींवर केली. शरद पवार कृषी मंत्री असताना त्यांनी राज्यांना लिहिलेल्या पत्राचा पंतप्रधानांनी दाखला दिला होता. मात्र यावेळी त्यांनी राज्यांना योग्य वाटेल त्याप्रमाणे अंमलबजावणी केली जावी हे वाचलं नाही, असंही सुप्रिया सुळे म्हणाल्या. शरद पवारांनी त्यावेळी कायदा बदलण्याची शिफारस केली होती. तोच मार्ग या सरकारने का निवडला नाही? जर हे पत्र सर्व मुख्यमंत्र्यांना लिहिलं होतं तर मग शरद पवार कृषी मंत्री असताना एकही आंदोलन का झालं नाही? मी त्यांची बाजू मांडत नाहीये, तेवढी क्षमता त्यांच्याकडे आहे, पण मला काही तथ्य मांडायचंय कारण पंतप्रधानांनी त्यांचं नाव घेतलं, असं सुप्रिया सुळे यांनी म्हटलंय. अर्थसंकल्प आणि जीएसटीच्या मुद्द्यावर बोलताना सुप्रिया सुळे म्हणाल्या की मी तुम्हाला केंद्रीय अर्थमंत्री आणि महाराष्ट्राचे अर्थमंत्री यांच्यातील फरक सांगते. केंद्रीय अर्थमंत्र्यांनी खासदारांना न विचारता खासदार निधीमधील 12 कोटी रुपये काढून घेतले आणि महाराष्ट्रातील परिस्थिती वेगळी आहे. महाराष्ट्रातील अर्थमंत्र्यांनी सर्व पक्षांच्या अगदी विरोधातील आमदारांनाही प्रत्येक वर्षी 5 कोटी रुपये मिळतील अशी योजना आखली होती. त्यामुळे केंद्रीय अर्थमंत्र्यांनी महाराष्ट्रातील अर्थमंत्री अजित पवारांचे सल्ले घ्यायला हवेत, अशी कोपरखळी निर्मला सीतारामन यांना सुप्रिया सुळेंनी मारली. पहा लोकसभेत सुप्रिया सुळे काय म्हणाल्या.
And if you are going to give us money, I'll tell you how we can do it. In a minute, I'll give you the solution. Since you're the finance minister, you understand finance better than me.
Please continue.
So I will definitely bring that to your notice. Now there are 2 points I need to bring to the notice of this government. Now I'll be. You are talking about the GST compensation. Now, if you give us, the Honorable Finance Minister is there, and GST compensation that you owe us is, please understand the figure, so it's 26,597 crores. So 26,597 crores is what the government owes to us. So now, if you give us that money, we'll be happy to give the free vaccine. So if you give us this money, all our social sector programs are stuck because this compensation hasn't come. But I do like to give one thing to your notice, which is the difference between the finance minister, not you, I will, the finance minister of cabinet, vis-a-vis our finance minister of Maharashtra. There's one huge contrast in this, that this finance minister of India has taken 12 crores from every MP without even asking us. It was mulled. They just took it away from us. And today, everybody who asks us कि भैया हमें MP लैड चाहिए, वो तो मोदी जी ले गए MP लैड्स, कहाँ से दे? 2.5 साल के लिए तो कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे हम. And exactly opposite in the state, no MLA from all the 4 parties. This is the difference between Finance Minister of India and Finance Minister of Maharashtra. Finance Minister of Maharashtra has made sure every MLA, including from the opposition, I read out this GST, RTI, food security, RT, Narega, all these when we got, all these were moved by the Honorable Prime Minister then, Shri Manmohan Singh Ji, who was absolutely a team player. It went through the standing committee, every stakeholder was invited, feedback was taken, and only then all these laws were made. I would like to talk about a U-turn for this government. Narega, it's on record, and if they would like to place it, I would be happy to get you documents, where the present Honorable Prime Minister has not spoken as well as about he speaks on Narega today. During the COVID time, everybody who lost their jobs in the city went back to their villages, and the only savior there was Manrega, and that's how thousands and thousands of families have survived. But this was a U-turn of this government. GST is a U-turn. Aadhaar, I actually do miss him here, is Shri late Anand Kumar ji. He was a friend to all of us, and unfortunately he's no more. But I still remember how strongly that time the BJP had objected. And Yashwant Sinha ji, please I stand corrected if anybody disagrees with some of my facts, that Aadhaar was rejected by them. And today they are steering Aadhaar, they are praising GST as their program, and they are praising Narega. Now, are these U-turns or left turn, right turn, which turn? I really don't know. So, and the Honorable Prime Minister said intent versus content. Everybody has a good intent. So when they do it, it's intent and content. And when we do it, it's a U-turn. It's a little unfair, especially coming from such a high office. So I would just like to put these things on record, that these things happen, and they are always demeaning institutions. Why do they always need the ordinance route? If they really wanted to bring these laws, why could they not take this? Now, logically speaking, sir, even if they were moved at that time, they were moved as recommendations for a change of the law. Why were the same route not followed? And if this was written to all the chief ministers, how come there was no agitation in 2004, 5, 6, and for all that decade that Mr. Pawar was the agriculture minister? I'm not here to defend. He's very capable of defending himself. But I just need to put the facts on the table since he was mentioned by the Honorable Prime Minister. That's all I wanted to say. And why are you running away from committees? These committees are very good institutions. Good feedback is taken. And I appreciate the Honorable Prime Minister's emotions. Yesterday and today, I'm actually seeing a different man. Leadership is about vulnerability. And he showed he was vulnerable yesterday and today. I wish there was continuity in this, and he showed the same vulnerability. He should open his arms, call the farmers and Mr. Tikait to his house for tea, and why not resolve it? If you can't resolve it that way, call the political leaders. If he feels there are politicians involved, why not call them? If there's a will, there's a way. So if he really wants to work around the farmers, let's stop this conflict, because this entire country and the global situation is not helping any of us with any aberration like this, especially the farmer, I think, who feeds us. So I think I want to put this on the table, and now I will come back on another U-turn. Since Dayanidhi Maran extensively talked about the vaccine, I would like to put that U-turn. It just occurred to me. The U-turn was the Honorable Nirmala Sitharaman ji. If I stand corrected, she went to Bihar for the manifesto of the BJP, and she promised at that they would give free vaccination